Welcome to your pre-tournament analysis of South Korea. South Korea approaching this World Cup and the qualification of this World Cup are a very good possession-based side, 78% average possession. But the thing I love is the vertical play, how quickly they play through the third, stretching the pitch, going from A to B as quick as possible, whether it's through two straight line passes we see here and getting crosses into the centre forwards, basically trying to find, your key players higher up. What I like is with the little rotations of winger going inside the pitch and fullback going high and wide, it's not to have those combinations. If it's on to play in the fullback in behind at full speed or the winger in behind at full speed, they will do that quickly because they want to get goals, they want to create chances, they want to do stuff in the top end of the pitch, and in the end that's where they're going to win their goals, and they're very quick at transitioning into those attacks. You can see here again that there's lovely little movement here from the centre forward dragging the movement, but what I like is the intent from the left back, I think it is, or the left winger in this moment. It is the running behind and the playing behind. They are seeking out the quickest way possible to get into the opponent's box and score goals. The thing that everyone will remember from as early as 2002, this is a wonderfully technical side. They are quick, they're good in possession, they're good in the ball, they have third man runs. Everything about South Korea is so enjoyable to watch. The minute this is played in and you're gone and you're in and there's a goal, it's how quick they go from having the ball, having possession, to being in an attacking situation there. Even the winger taking that on the half turn to go forward and getting into the box. They get lucky with this cross, but you'll see again, this is a team who are one of the most accurate crossers in the Asian qualifying campaign, the highest possession based team, one of the most shots in goal, one of the highest XGs. All these things grow from playing forward fast, getting crosses into the box, having people that can attack good crosses into the box and finish. And the reason they have so much possession in the Asian qualifiers is this rest defence. They are so good at smothering the ball when they are in the final third. When it breaks, South Korea have numbers around to either win the ball, foul a player, or recycle attacks quickly and score goals from that moment. They are so effective, they're so clinical. The crossing, the chance creation, the types of players they have around the ball, even that little clever header back into a position where you have five on top of the play, it's just suffocating. A team cannot get out, and if South Korea are allowed to dictate the play and do that, they're going to cause problems. Their attacking set plays have actually been quite inventive, quite aggressive. The six attacking the box, sometimes starting from as deep as the edge of the area, giving them a run on and gaps to hit, because if teams want to go man for man for them, or they're then putting seven in. They only scored 4 from set pieces in qualifying, but I suspect, again, broken clock here, with the time to work on it pre-tournament, with a settled squad, you're going to start seeing more and more chances, I think, for South Korea. And I think this tournament in general is going to have more and more set plays, but the numbers around, the recycling, the second phase, it's all very exciting. Now, South Korea tended to press in a 4-4-2. I know we're kind of all over the place here with the midfield, but trust me, it is a 4-4-2, with the centre forward and attacking mid kind of joining that press. And when they do press, it's straight on to all the things they do well. How quick can we play forward? How quick can we get people 1v1? How quick can we attack the box? And how quick can we get shots off into the opponent's goal? And you can see here, it is everything you would want from a structured press. You're quite slow to go over until it's on one side, and then you get lopsided. You get ball orientated onto that side, you put pressure on, you keep teams trapped, and when the opportunity is there to win, you pick up your pace, you pick up your aggressiveness, and you go and put pressure on the team to turn over the ball, or worst case scenario, go long. And it's something they do very well, full of energy, full of enthusiasm, at full speed. You can see it here again, the 10 and the 9 are kind of rotating off each other, making sure one sits on the centre mid, one sits on the striker. The only issue for me is if it gets broken because it's a 4-man midfield and teams have 3 centre mids or have a box 4, they could find ways out, and then it is all about how quickly you react. Now, the good thing about South Korea is their players have great work ethic at full speed. They drop back, they get into somewhere between a low and a mid block here, but they get back behind the ball. They allow the team to set up. They force the team to start going back the way. When they start going back, you'd start to see South Korea jump up a little bit more. In transition, again, it's the hunger to get back. So I feel like I'm saying this quite a lot about teams. You need to counter at speed because they are so hard working. They do things at intensity. They get back behind the ball, get good structure after that. So you need to use the opportunities in the 4v4s or the overload quickly to capitalise on South Korea being stuck up the pitch, because if you don't, they get back behind the ball. So a lot of the goals they conceded in qualifying were exceptional goals that are not the norm. Obviously, when you get to the World Cup and if they got to latter stages, you're then dealing with elite players, but it needs to be quick, it needs to be direct, you need to get in there when the opportunities are available, and you need to score before they get back behind the ball. So pretty comfortable in what South Korea offer in the way of an organised structure, a counter-attacking structure, and this is kind of how quickly you can try and attack, because they want to get out in numbers too quickly, how quickly it can be turned over and get transitioned. But you can see here, although this ends up in a goal because of poor goalkeeping, you see how quickly South Korea did get numbers back. It's just those goalkeeping save and deflection has cost them. And again, putting pressure on, they get very lucky here. But it's probably why they don't build or play back too often. They try and get the ball forward. It's probably to try and avoid situations like that. Again, set plays, everyone back, zonal heavy. But you can see with the zonal heavy, there's one player completely unmarked, and that is the player that scores. It'll be something they need to address, but I don't think it's something that will be a concern right now. But overall, I think they're a very, very strong side. They'll be a very good World Cup experience side.